Hey there, golf lovers. Looking to step up your game? Let me tell you about Mollybox, the ultimate golf subscription box. Every month, Mollybox sends you a box packed with premium golf gear, accessories, and stylish apparel, all delivered right to your door. Imagine getting top-tier apparel and more, all handpicked just for you. With Mollybox, you'll stay ahead of the game and boost your performance. It's like having a personal caddy in a box. So why wait? Join the Mollybox family today. Head over to mollybox.com and use your limited time promo code ROGUE25, ROGUE, ROGUE 25 for 25% off your first box. That's mollybox.com.
Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events, and we have a very special event coming up with a very special friend of mine, and it's just been entirely too long since you've been sitting where I can talk to you like this. Inez Russell, who has established Friends for Life. And, we're going to have to talk a little bit about the founding of it because I just love your story about this. But the event is coming up on July 27th. It is an athletic event to beat all athletic events called Granny Basketball. Okay, and so this is really going to be a lot of fun, Inez. And it's a great fundraiser for Friends for Life.
And we're so excited that you're on our team.
Okay, and I am an official granny, but there are several on the celebrity team that, let's say Andrea Kosar. She didn't have kids yet, so yeah, we've got some young legs on our team.
And
so the granny basketball people better watch out.
That's right. We did not have to have, they didn't have to be 50 or older.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are some rules with actual granny basketball. And I have had Linda Gilliam on the podcast and the outfit and everything, darling. But so are we going to be wearing the bloomers and the...
No, you don't have to wear bloomers. We have kind of jersey T-shirts for you that'll have your number on it and your name on the back.
Yeah, I picked 25.
Okay, I wonder why.
An homage to Channel 25. Yes. So. But a former competitor of mine, Julie Hayes, still with Channel 10, and she's playing on the team as well. It's going to be so much fun. Of course, we got Chief Cheryl Victorian. Yeah, love her. Yeah. Love her.
She's awesome. We're so blessed to have her.
Yeah, Lori Fogelman, another long time friend of mine, and Sean Trochim. She's one I don't know.
She is the athletic director at MCC.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I need to know her. Sharon Shields, of course, the Superintendent La Vega. Rachel Pate. Now, Rachel Pate has been on my podcast before. She's the one who famously took those questions that I asked and turned them on me.
Oh, wow.
But I saw her at the Juneteenth parade, and I told her, I said, I hope you eat your Wheaties that day. We're going to need you to really step it up when it comes to the Granny basketball game. Of course, Rachel Martinez was just a fabulous friend of mine who's obviously been on the show a lot. Millette Hopping, CEO for Waco Housing Authority, and, of course, Andrea, as I mentioned before, the CEO of the Syntex Hispanic Chamber. Yeah, we've got quite a team, and a couple more maybe to be announced, right?
Coming up.
Okay,
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. How did you come up with the idea of doing this? I presume you know Linda with Granny Basketball. I do know
Linda, but actually Pam Thomason is on our board. She's one of the Granny Basketball players.
Oh, does she play?
Yes, on our Waco team, the 6-shooters.
Yeah.
And They pick a charity each year to do a fundraiser for, and they chose us.
Well done.
And we are so excited about it.
Yeah.
We got to put together our own team. They didn't have any rules as far as dress or age, but we do have to follow the 1920 rules. So no running, no jumping.
I'm on board with that. Yeah, I mean, she did explain to me. I need to go back and rewatch my podcast for Central Texas Life when I interviewed Linda about it, because she explained all that. And I have slept since then, so I've forgotten most of what she told me. But I know they do make it, there are rules in place so it's not aggressive like if you're watching a Lady Bears basketball game.
Right. And on our website, friendsforlife.org, we have a button for Granny Basketball. You can see the rules, you can see the players, you can see the items that we're going to have in our raffle.
Got a raffle, that's good. What are some of the things?
Some of the things are a helicopter ride. Coach Nikki autographed a basketball for us.
Yeah.
We have gift baskets and so many things.
Suffice it to say, she won't be there scouting us.
Right.
But hopefully she'll come and support. That would be great if we could get some cheering on from some Lady Bears. That would be awesome.
That would be great.
Well, it's just a great idea. It's wonderful fun, and you're doing a good job with marketing already. And I have my own page, so I haven't shared that yet, but I'm going to be doing that. I'll just plaster the Facebook platforms with that so people know about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And maybe get a little exercise in along with the bargain. But the main thing is to support Friends for Life. So let's talk a little bit about how this all came about. How many years ago now?
35.
There we go.
This year, we turned 35.
That is hard to believe because I remember when it started. There you go.
Just seems like yesterday.
I am a granny. But yes, so 35 years ago, and you've got so many great things that have happened, in the meantime, the tool shed. I mean, what did it got the name change, right?
We actually have just put up a plaque for Charlie.
Okay.
To
Charlie
remember
Turner,
him, Charlie
yeah.
Turner. We love Charlie.
Yeah.
They didn't want us to change signage or anything like
That's
that.
just
They didn't want
smart.
us to spend any money doing that. But
Well, he loved it, and we
we're
all loved
always
him.
going to remember him.
Yeah, absolutely. But that has been something that's happened in the last, again, as a way to help folks that need to get rid of some tools and things like that, but also to help support the ministry. And I'll call it a ministry. It's a nonprofit agency. But tell them how you realized there was a need for something like Friends for Life.
Well, I grew up thinking everybody had somebody to take care of them. I had a grandma that just took care of everybody, and I went with her to visit people in hospitals and nursing homes, so I thought everybody's got somebody. But in the spring of 1989, I was visiting my dad in the hospital, and I heard somebody screaming, and I went and found a lady who was close to 90. She grabbed my arm and said, "I'm dying, and I don't want to die alone. Please don't leave me." And I stayed, and she told me her whole life story. She'd been a college graduate, a librarian for 50 years. She had children and grandchildren, but nobody was coming to see her, and she thought that meant she was dying. Now, back then, this is before HIPAA, doctors would talk to you, and they told me that she believed it so strongly that she was shutting down.
That her body was responding to her depression. I'm sure it being left behind, yeah.
So I got my Bible and read the Bible to her, and I went and got a stuffed animal and flowers, but mostly I listened. And she decided I wouldn't be doing all that if she were dying. She got well and went home.
That's
and
a
that
good
made
story.
me realize.
Yeah, there are people out there who, and I remember you years ago telling me this story of the lady who's sitting in the dark because her light bulbs went out and she didn't have the wherewithal to change her
on a
right,
step stool.
Shouldn't climb on a ladder at any rate.
And I had a nursing home administrator tell me that he had people admitted to his facility because they couldn't change light bulbs anymore. And I said, there are reasons to go into long-term care, but that's not
one of them.
So we have grown over the years. We started visiting people in hospitals and nursing homes, and then got calls about people in their own homes and started visiting them. And learned that they needed more than a visit. Some needed light bulbs changed, some needed minor household repairs, others needed a ride to the doctor or access to food. So that program kind of grew. The first year of Friends for Life, we were asked by the county to be guardian of a man who'd been found unconscious. I think we're the largest nonprofit guardianship program in Texas now. And
isn't that amazing? When you were visiting that lady in the hospital, you wouldn't have dreamed.
No.
That's what. Yeah. In fact, I was able to do a project with you in doing some videos about guardianship. Learned a lot about guardianship through doing those through Baylor University. But yeah, it's an actual course that you can take, right? And is that still a thing? Still available?
It is.
It's been what,
We've been
4 years?
working with Dennis this week on it.
Oh yeah, good. Well, it really is an area of life you don't think about until it sort of faces you. And you have an aging parent or an aging loved one or just a friend that you realize there's nobody to fill in the gap and see about them.
Yeah, that's true. And we only serve if there's not a family member that's qualified and willing to serve.
Right.
And so we're appointed by the court to do that. And you kind of learn more about it probably than most people when you helped us with that project. But in '95, we started helping with money management, and we're going all over the state with that program now.
That's great.
So yeah, we hadn't planned to. It's one that requires a lot of support services, and we couldn't quite figure out how to do that. But during COVID, the largest money management program in Texas closed, and Social Security and Adult Protective Services asked if we would help take care of these people, because without somebody to pay their bills, they can end up homeless or hungry.
Sure.
So many of those folks are taken advantage of anyway, exploited.
That's another thing. Yeah, Teresa Jingles, who she is doing a great work in trying to provide educational opportunities because they're so smart and so crafty and wily at suckering people in, and then there's embarrassment if they get taken for sometimes thousands of dollars, and it's. I've always said there's a really hot place in hell waiting for those folks.
I think so, too. But our money management program has been growing, and we have now, for the last 24 years, adult daycare. And that program
That's fun.
has been a lot of fun. A couple years ago, we decided that we would open a little reading lab in our adult day center, and I don't think you've been over to see that.
No, I need to come over there. I used to come with a musical therapy group, and we would sing. We'd come at Christmas usually, and sing, and then other times of the year as well. And so fun. That was a most appreciative audience. They loved it.
To have people come entertain them.
Yeah,
they really do.
Well, and it's a great respite for the caregiver at home to be able to have a chance to go grocery shopping or whatever things that need to be done for maybe an individual that needs to have round-the-clock attention.
Or makes it possible for them to work. They may not
or
be
even
able
right.
to.
So it is. It's more than just like Mother's Day out, so as to speak. It's a more continuous.
And it can keep them out of a nursing home also.
Right.
Can help them stay independent for a lot longer, maybe indefinitely.
Right.
So, but our reading lab's fun. I hope you'll come and let me show it to you.
Yeah.
They are learning their letters and learning to read, and it's worked out so well that now we're going to do math and teach them how to tell time and how to know if people give them the right change, how to do basic math and use a computer. And so anyway, come see me.
Well, it sounds like there's a lot more they're capable of, that it just is a matter of taking the effort to teach.
Yep.
That Friends for Life, always coming up with ways to serve and help, and but it takes money. So that's what this Granny basketball game is all about. It's called, of course, the Waco Six Shooters versus the Famous Friends for Life. And so this is Saturday, July 27th. This is at MCC, right?
Mm-hmm. In the Highlands Gym.
In the gym there. Doors open at 2 o'clock. The game starts at 2:30. And we're going to be having practices, I understand. I mean, because there's a little bit to be understood about the rules and that sort of thing. There is an entry fee, right?
$10.
$10 at the door, but the raffle tickets, and so let's kind of get into them a little bit. You mentioned the helicopter ride for 3, which
Yes.
is a $300 value. Hand and Stone Spa, they're wonderful people. They're great folks. $100 gift card there. $100 gift card from Water Tree. Yeah. And a Brazilian blowout, Waco Color Studio. Wow, $325
Yeah, that's
value.
great.
Very good, and much more. But Friends for Life will always take any donations you'd like to give. How can folks do that?
They can call us. They can come by our office at 5000 Lakewood, or they can go to our website. We have a place on our website where people can donate or buy tickets or enter the raffle.
Or maybe sponsor? Could they be a sponsor?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
We're actually looking for sponsors for our 35th anniversary, which is going to be September 19th from 4 to 7 at our offices, and maybe I can come back and tell you all
got to
about
come
that.
back. Come
Yes.
back for that. I've got to be there on September 19th.
September 19th. That's our actual
Okay.
birthday.
All right. So is that when the party will be, or is that another?
4 to 7, and it's on a Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, I definitely have to put that down. You know, I love you and everything that you do through Friends for Life and how you have helped so many people. Anybody to stand out in your mind? I know you've been around a lot of folks who have needed your
Any
services.
of the people that we've helped? Well,
Yeah.
just this last Friday, we have a retired social worker who's a volunteer, and he came to my office and he said, Inez, I've been doing this for you for a long time, but I have to tell you about this lady. She's a widow of a veteran. They foreclosed on her home. She became homeless. She moved into this not great hotel, and he said she's going to be evicted in an hour and a half. And I said, no, she's not. We'll pay for her to be there a little bit longer, but let's try to find her
a decent
some
thing.
place to be.
Yeah.
And we called 14 different affordable housing places. Most had 2-year or longer waiting lists. We think we might have found her something. We've been working on it since last Friday, and we should know tomorrow or Monday. So we just paid for her to be there another week, but hopefully we can get her out of there. She's on oxygen. She's got COPD. She has seizure disorder. She needs a safe place to be. Yeah. And people deserve to have a safe, nice place to live, and I'm very concerned about the housing issues. We have 3,800 seniors on a waiting list for affordable housing.
3,800.
3,800 in Waco.
That's
so I'm
blowing my
we're
mind,
trying
yeah.
to figure out how we could help with that, because for a few years now, my staff's been coming to me saying we have no place for them to live. We can't find homes for them. We can't find apartments, and group homes are closing. It's just wrong. These people deserve to have a place where they can live out their life with dignity and you know.
And it's so expensive if you go into assisted living. If you don't have
it's
major
not even
insurance
possible.
or a major bank account to pay for,
Yeah.
for that.
Our clients can't afford
No.
assisted living. It's not one of the possibilities. So, yeah. We've had lots of people over the years that I will never forget. The lady who cooked a turkey 23 hours on a space heater because she didn't have a stove. I don't think I'll ever forget her.
Oh, my goodness.
The little lady that called me one day and said, I'm so hungry for peach cobbler. Do you have any peach cobbler?
Well, we will find you some.
We did.
And you found her some.
We did. She called later and said, do I sound like I'm full of peach cobbler? I said, oh, you
Oh.
do. She's 96 years old, blind and living alone. Very fiercely independent, wanted to continue to live in her own home.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Well, stars in your crown, my friend. I mean, it's remarkable, the work that you've done. And now 35 years, coming on 35 years, it's amazing. And again, a way you all can help support Friends for Life is come to the basketball game.
Come watch
Yeah.
Ann Harder play basketball.
Watch me warm that bench. I'll tell you what, I can sit on that bench and cheer them on. Little dribblers are going to be performing at halftime, and that's going to be fun. That will be worth the price of admission.
Yes.
Those kids are so darling.
It will be so fun.
Well, I'm honored to be a part of this, and I thank you so much for
Well, we are so
chance to do
honored to
it.
have you on our team.
Well,
Thank you.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be memorable.
It will
So
be. Please
I hope
come.
to see you all at the Granny basketball game on July 27th. That's a Saturday at the MCC Highlands Gym. Good. Thank you, Inez. Thank you
you for
again for all
having me.
you do and for being with us. And thank you for being with us on Central Texas Events. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.
Hey there, golf lovers. Looking to step up your game? Let me tell you about Mollybox, the ultimate golf subscription box. Every month, Mollybox sends you a box packed with premium golf gear, accessories, and stylish apparel, all delivered right to your door. Imagine getting top-tier apparel and more, all handpicked just for you. With Mollybox, you'll stay ahead of the game and boost your performance. It's like having a personal caddy in a box. So why wait? Join the Mollybox family today. Head over to mollybox.com and use your limited time promo code ROGUE25, ROGUE, ROGUE 25 for 25% off your first box. That's mollybox.com.